So hi and welcome to part 4. In this series I'm remaking on how to make your own social network. Well, I'm not actually making the whole series, I'm remaking the first 14 videos of it. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating the menu for our social network. So let's get started. So what we want to do is we're going to come down here and we want to create another div. And we want to give it the ID of menu. And I'll just point something out, that the reason sometimes you use classes and sometimes you use IDs is a class is usually used for something that you would only use on your web page multiple times. So I suppose we could have used IDs for these. But an ID is something that you only use on your web page once. I mean, you can use the same thing with this, or you can use multiple elements with the same ID, but that's just generally what people do. They use the IDs for things like the menu, because that's only going to be on it once, and things like menu items. If you wanted to style them specifically, you could put a class on them, and that would a class on them because you would have multiple menu items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a link, and the link's just going to say home, and we're going to just put in a hashtag in there just to make sure that when we click it, it doesn't take us to any weird pages, or it doesn't take us to it doesn't reload the page. This one, it'll just do nothing basically with the hashtag in it. So the second menu item is going to be about. The third one is going to be sign up, and the fourth one is going to be sign in. And we'll get rid of these last two. So let's refresh the page now, and we'll see we have this quite ugly looking menu. It's not really even a menu yet, but we have these 4 links that are ugly looking. So since the links don't look that good, we're going to use CSS to style them and make them actually look good. So we're going to come down here to the bottom of the file, and we're going to access the menu ID. So we'll say menu, and then we'll access the link element within that, which is the anchor tag we'll access within the menu ID. Within the element with the ID of menu. And then we're gonna set the text color equal to white, so FFF, which is the Hexadecimal, or the just HTML color code for white. We'll set text decoration to none, which means no underlines or anything like that. The font size will be 14 pixels. The background image will be the same as this, so it'll be this background, or this menu BG image up here. We're gonna set background repeat equal to no repeat. Padding top equal to 19 pixels, padding bottom equal to 22 pixels, and we just need to put a semicolon up there. Padding left 10 pixels, and padding padding right 10 pixels as well. Then we're going to set the hover, so we're saying menu a hover, which means let's get rid of that. This means we're going into the element with the ID of menu, then we're going into the anchor tags within that, and like we did up here. But then we're not going into just anchor tags, we're going to do the anchor tags whenever they're hovered over. So this means this class, sort of class, will only run whenever we hover our mouse over the anchor tags within the element with the ID of menu. So we're going to copy this stuff from up here to make things quicker. And then we're going to say menu BG underscore hover underscore mouse over, or underscore over, I mean. So this is just the hover image for our menu items. The font size stays the same. The padding top this time will be 18 pixels. Padding bottom was still 22. And left and right is 10. Actually, we'll make that 19. That shouldn't actually change. So we'll get rid of actually all of these. The only thing we need to include in here is what we're going to change. Otherwise, everything will be kept the same. So the only thing we're going to change is the mouse over image. So as you can see in the image folder, I have the menu _bg _hover _mouse _over image, which is going to be our hover over image. So let's refresh the page now. And as you can see, we have 4 menu items. We can wave our mouse over them, and as you can see, the background color of each of the menu items changes. So what we want to do now is we actually want to make them line up on the menu properly. So what we're going to do now is we're actually just going to copy this and we're going to paste it up here. And we're going to get rid of the A so that it's just menu, so it accesses just the elements with the ID of menu. And we're going to delete everything here except the background image URL. And we're also going to surround this in something called a media query. So just copy the query as I write it on the screen. So what a media query is it just means that this will only run if the media query is true. So this means if the browser is less than, or if the width of the browser is 1280 pixels, well, like if its maximum width is 1280 pixels, then this query will run. The other one we want to do is we want to copy it again, and we want to set the minimum width. So we'll just change that to min, and now this means if the minimum width is 1280 pixels, then this will run. So what we're going to say is position absolute, top 0 pixels, right 0 pixels, height 37 pixels, padding top 19 pixels, margin right 4%, and then let's just copy this and paste it in here and change the margin right to 6%, and let's refresh the page. So as you can see now, the menu lines up over here on the right hand side of the page. We're also going to need to actually create 2 more queries, so let's just copy this and paste it down here. And this query is going to say minimum width 400 pixels, and then we want to set the margin right to 10%, and then we're going to set the minimum width to 1920 pixels. I want to set the margin right equal to 25%. So as you can see, nothing changed because the media queries are still incorrect because of the browser size. But as you can see, what's happening is the menu is staying at the same distance away from the edge of the page. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.